Thanks for joining us again. Glad you're here. Please like, subscribe, share on the front end, because we've got lots of information that's going to be coming out on a real regular basis. Today's focus will be for the Midnight Massacre and some preliminary stuff to help everybody get set up for that. First off, anyone that's done the Midnight Massacre before, please be aware, we're not starting in Sanger this time. We've come all the way up to Valley View. We will be staging at the athletic field for Valley View, just a few minutes north of Sanger. Give you a nice pan shot of this. If you've done the Texas Chainring Massacre with us before, you're definitely familiar with this parking lot. This is where we'll be staging from. So this is the parking area, but this will not be check-in. Everybody will park here, and then they'll mosey on down to town, and we'll have a check-in area, and I'll show you some of that here on the next cut. Alright, I have no idea if this is going to work or not. I'm just doing this handheld right now, and I am driving a stick. Alright, so we're leaving the parking area now and heading into town. Going by the high school, going by all the school district stuff. And this happens to be Lee Street, as in Kevin Lee, just to let you know. And I'm not measuring distance here. I know it's not far. Maybe half a mile, 3/4 of a mile. Straight shot. See, you're not going to get lost. I promise you that. Come out of the parking lot, take a left. And at the stop sign up here, that's basically the town square. No, basically that is the town square. And right here, this senior center on the left at the corner, some activity there right now. This is where check-in will be. Alright, so this will be the staging area. Again, Valley View Senior Center, right on the southwest, that's right, southwest corner of the town square is where we'll have check-in. You come down from the parking lot at the athletic field, come check in, we'll get you your number and set up instructions and everything like that, and then everybody will kind of just hang out until we actually start the ride in the town square proper. Got to take care of some business here while I'm in Valley View, and basically means stroking checks. Hey guys, breaking news. This is pretty cool actually. Hope y'all can help out a bunch here. Still in town, still in Valley View, and I'm putting you guys under a little bit of an obligation, hoping you guys can help out. The clothing closet here in Valley View, they help out people in need. Clothing, gently used goods of all sorts. Books even, I'm assuming maybe even videotapes, DVDs, things like that. They help out the local community, folks in need. It's part of the First United Methodist Church here in Valley View. These are really nice folks. They've actually helped us out with securing the senior center for our check-in and restrooms and everything like that. And Jan and I, we're going to bring up some goods and drop them off at the senior center when we're here on Saturday. If you guys are able to do some of the same, it would be greatly appreciated. Any gently used stuff that you might be able to carry under your arm for that short pedal from the athletic field parking lot to the check-in at the senior center. We'll just drop everything off at the senior center, and we'll help out the local folks here at Valley View, especially the clothing closet. That said, I just took a tour through there myself. They've actually got some pretty neat stuff in there, and they have an end of the season closeout going on right now through the 19th, where basically you can get a bag of clothes for $5 through the 19th, and they'll be open until 3 o'clock Saturday. So if you get here early on Saturday and you want to do some shopping yourself, hey, maybe you can score a deal or two. But definitely anyone that can help out and drop some stuff off, we would greatly appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Okay, now as you can probably tell by the water tower behind me, we are in Valley View proper. Lots of activity in town going on right now, but just kind of show you all a quick layout of the land, see how good we have it for the Midnight Massacre. This will be our starting point after check-in. This is where we'll have the riders meeting, and this will also be basically the finishing point once you're done with your route. Short route or long route, they'll both finish right here in the town square. And if you haven't been here with the Texas Chainring Massacre, let me give you a quick overview of some of the things that are at our disposal at the moment. Right here, over that black GMC, can't see the sign through the tree, but that's Firelight Vineyards. Meredith's the owner there. Fantastic winery. They got some great stuff there. See the nice outdoor patio area. Plenty of seating there. They'll be keeping late hours for us on Saturday night. We shift over here. Little Brick Oven Pizza. They've got a great selection as well. They took really good care of us at the Midnight Massacre. At the Texas Chainring Massacre. You swing over here to this corner over here. Jimmy and his wife, and they've got Ryder Smokehouse. This is some really, really good barbecue over here. I'm a fan of the smoked meatloaf. I don't know if they have that all the time, but and they'll have a barbecue special of some sort, but if you use your token somewhere else, which I understand completely, don't be afraid to get some smoked meatloaf from Ryder's. That's really good stuff. In the square area itself, we've got picnic tables. I'm in a gazebo area. I doubt that ceiling fan's going to be working. But our weather's supposed to be great this weekend. Pretty little area. Caddy corner over there. There's the senior center where we're checking in. City of Valley View, City Hall. And then once we come over this way, this is where we got to know Valley View the best. And Les and Whiskey Hollow Distillery. I know that's a shock to you guys. I spend most of my time at the distillery when I'm in town. But they've been really good to us. They've got some fantastic hooch. I'm looking forward to hanging out with them every chance we get. They've got really good stuff. Their bourbon's amazing. They've got just an absolutely phenomenal 151 moonshine that will sneak up on you rather quickly. I learned that one the hard way. But to be honest with you, probably what is my favorite of theirs right now is their white rum. And I'm generally not a rum guy, but there's just something about that rum of theirs that's really good stuff. That sign says open. That sign says open. That sign says open. This sign says closed. What's it gonna be? Hi there. Hey Les.
I don't see you in.
Do you want to be?
No.
Is it okay if I just shoot some stuff real quick?
Sure, I've got it filled full. When are you going to do your bike run?
Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yes, sir.
This Saturday's coming up.
Yeah, should get 300. Hey, Josh.
Hey, man. Do I need to have a water station out here?
We're starting and finishing here.
Are you? Okay.
This is the end point this year,
okay.
Just like we did in January.
Cool.
So y'all be hopping, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, we're hopping. We'll be hopping for you guys. We'll be ready for you. How long do you stay open?
One-ish.
Okay.
What?
Oh, we've talked about it.
I'll give you home, Josh. I'll figure it out. How many riders you got this year?
300.
300?
Well, we're at 200 now, but I figure by Saturday night we'll be at 300.
Okay, cool.
And parking down at the athletic field. But we'll actually start here as a group and we'll end here as well.
Great. I'll try to keep everything all cleared out.
Excellent. Appreciate it, sir.
We got for your non-drinkers, just let them know we got snow cones now.
Snow cones.
Yeah, good stuff.
Excellent.
So if they don't want alcohol, they can some ice cold drink.
I will share that. I bet there'll be some folks that get a kick out of that. All right. Well, going to answer one of those questions I get asked on a pretty regular basis. Hopefully this works okay. Don't have the right technology for it realistically, but we'll mess with it. People ask, how do you scout your routes? How do you navigate your routes? And when you're laying out arrows and everything. And I use the same app that I give you guys free of charge with your entry. We use the premium services with Ride with GPS because we lay out our custom route and it gives us turn-by-turn directions on an audio cue. I don't have to look at the screen. I just load it up and turn it on the app and we go from there. So here's what we do. Android works differently than iOS, I understand that, but just to give you an example. So my routes that I've already downloaded that I have available offline are right here. And here's the 50K Midnight Massacre 2017. If you need to know how to download that, I'll show you all that in a different one. We're just going to show you how we load our turn-by-turns right now. But you do need to download this ahead of time for multiple reasons. One is, if you're going to use the Ride with GPS app for your navigation, if you put it in airplane mode with the files already downloaded, you're going to save a lot of battery life. It loads up the course, acquiring GPS signal. It shows where we're at, where the route's going, and everything like that. Pretty straightforward, right? So I'm going to make sure my volume's up. Volume's all the way up. And now what I'm going to do to save battery life, I'm going to put it in airplane mode. So that turns off Bluetooth, that turns off Wi-Fi, that turns off phone service as well, I do believe, but GPS still works. Navigation will still work. So I have this running in the background. I'm at 96% battery life. I got the volume all the way up. I turn off the screen because I don't need to look, I just need to listen. I put the phone in here. And we'll drive around for a bit and see if we get some turn-by-turn navigation and give you guys a little bit of a preview of the course. The course itself will be marked. So GPS apps, GPS computers are not a requirement by any means, but it is always highly suggested. Number of reasons. You may miss a turn, your head may be down or something like that. Even with a marked route, we always recommend having a GPS backup, and the Ride with GPS app is perfect for that. Just in case you miss a turn, your head's down, or here's what usually happens: the guy in front of you, his head is down, but you're following that person, and you have 5 people following you. Once that first person misses a turn, everyone that's within sight of it blows through that turn, even if there's an arrow there, because for whatever reason, everybody always thinks, well, that person must know what they're doing, even though there's an arrow there. So, you miss that turn, there's not going to be another arrow or a sign further down the road telling you, hey, you missed your turn around, go back. So if you get a few miles down the road and you're like, this isn't right, I've been going down this paved road forever, I should have been on a dirt road by now. If you miss a turn, you're off course now. You may not realize where you got to go. All you can do is double back and take it. But if you
in a quarter mile, turn left.
If you have the Ride with GPS backup on your phone, you just pull up the phone real quick. It'll bring up the maps. It'll show you where the course is.
Turn left onto Co Road 235.
And you can see where you missed your turn. But better yet, you'll have detailed maps that show you how to get back on course without having to double back all the way necessarily. And here's something I always do, just another one of those little tidbits. Probably doesn't matter to anyone, but I'll share it. I'm shifting into four-wheel drive now. Not that I expect to get stuck or anything like that, but whenever I'm scouting on the dirt roads, I always put it into four-wheel drive. Number of reasons. Just in case I need to pull off to the side and I end up in a ditch with a drop-off bigger than I expected. Also, sometimes when I'm, it's not like I'm going through here at rally car speed, 80 miles an hour or anything like that, but sometimes I might be clipping along 35, 40 miles an hour, and I don't have all of these roads completely memorized. It's not uncommon for me to come over a rise like this in front of us, and
in a quarter mile, turn right.
There's an unexpected turn, and if I'm going a little quick, the four-wheel drive helps pull me through the turn and keep everybody safe. And I assume y'all have been hearing the turn-by-turn directions along the way. And that's all this was really meant for, was to be a demonstration of the Ride with GPS app and what it can do. You don't have to go out and buy a $400 or $500 GPS computer to ride our routes. We do mark them, and that's probably good about 95% of the time. But for those times that you may miss a turn because your head's down, or we've had it happen in the past too, somebody in the area might decide to mess with the arrows and take them down or turn them around or whatever else. It's just good to have the GPS as a backup. Don't get me wrong, I encourage everyone to have a Wahoo or a Garmin or I think there's a new giant computer out there right now that looks pretty interesting. I definitely encourage folks to have those tools, but I also understand it's not in everyone's budget. So Ride with GPS apps, access to those premium services is included with your Midnight Massacre registration. We encourage everyone to get familiar with the Ride with GPS app and know how to use it, because you never know when you might need it as a backup. But then even on top of that, with that Ride with GPS premium service that we give you guys access to for our events, if you are just absolutely completely old school and you want paper maps, that Ride with GPS premium service includes PDFs of the route maps themselves, and you can scale them and lay them out however you want to. You can also print out a cue sheet automatically. You can print out a cue sheet that will have the turn-by-turn map segments with it as well. So if you want to go out there and be all 1965 with it, hey, more power to you. I'm not going to print that off and hand it out to you, but if that's something that's a tool that you want to use, we give you access to it. No fuss, no muss. That's included with your registration as well. See, here's a good four-wheel drive turn here. Just glide right through it into a beautiful canopy road. Look at this. This is what it's all about, folks. And we will be doing this in the daylight. We'll be starting at 7, so this section will definitely be daylight. There's just something about them canopy roads. Turkey vulture.
In a quarter mile, turn left.
Here's a blind turn. Keep it tight. Never know what's coming. Now, if you'll notice, the grass at the side of the road, the weeds, they're grown up pretty good. Oh, there was a snake. Pretty sure we missed him. Hello, Mr. Snake. Good thing we didn't get you. You're going to get away before we get there, I do believe. This looks like a rat snake. Good deal. I tried to miss him, and I did. Glad that worked out okay.